World rank number 14, battling against the most dominant woman in modern history. Over 3.5 years at world number 1, Baby Buddha, Her Royal Majesty, Her Highness Yingsha Xunyao.
From China, Xunyao. And from China, soon, Yingsha!
Yingsha has entered the arena. The vibes and the music choices here are quite different. Man, this one feels like this song could cut through a log in a matter of milliseconds. The last one felt like it could hug a log to sleep. So, shark-like, SHI, that is shark in Mandarin. The world number 1 has been quite dominant, entered the scene way back in 2017, and now she's 25. Her opponent 24. They've got a best-of-5 battle, the last round with best-of-5. Yingsha looks almost exactly the same as she did in 2017. Their WTT head-to-head is 1-0 for Yingsha. But overall, it's 4-0 in the international scene. 2 right-handed attackers. The right hand down there, the swords for the attack. Interestingly enough, similar, not record, but similar amount of experience in WTT. Over 90% success for Yingsha, which is crazy. Sean Ko, our umpire for the match, will be taking care of the coin toss to determine where the players stand, who serves, and then he'll be looking out to make sure all is fair and square. As you saw in the last round, Yingsha will be doing the same. It's nice to know.
Good evening, ladies. I have red or blue. Red for Shin, blue for Sha. Blue win of the toss. What wishes? Receive. Chance.
So Yingsha wins the toss, and much like TTR, she gives it to the opponent, the serve. So Xunyao will start with the serves. I'm Adam Bobro, and alongside me, Joe Ratajak. Welcome back, Joe.
Great to be here, and just in time for the Queen, the most dominant female on the planet. God, I can't wait for this one.
So talk to me a little bit about her. You've seen her play, but what impresses you the most about Yingsha?
That relentless forehand, the power, she wields it like Thor, the god of thunder, swinging Stormbreaker.
Wow, well, she's definitely allowed not so much storm-wise from the opponents. Orlan Paranong took one, Elisabetta Samara took one, which was quite impressive. That might be maybe the most memorable match so far. Not even just because of the playing. Ellie Samara played some wonderful table tennis, but the camaraderie, the sportsmanship, the character on court, we gotta love that. Xunyao, incredibly physically fit, world number 14. While Kwai Man is raced on pretty early, I feel like Chunyi and Xunyao have come out at similar times, while Xunyao is closer to Yingsha's age. What do you like about Xunyao?
Incredibly aggressive off both wings. She got through in the round of 64 against the Italian Gaia Monfordini, and then Lily Zhang she put on a display, 3-0, really impressive. But yeah, uber aggressive, both wings, quick, recovers well. This could be fun in at least the early stages.
Yeah, and there's plenty of motivation for that with $100,000 awaiting the champion of this event. The loser here still walks with $9,000, which will get you a lot of bakute, which is delicious if you're in Singapore. $13.75 thousand to follow, and it just keeps going from there. I hope we get some good rallies. I think Yingsha is just so adaptable that she really knows how to shut down an opponent.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that they played each other 6 months ago at Champions Yokohama. It was Xunyao who actually went 7-love up in game 1. And then you mentioned that adaptability. As the fan vote has it heavily in Yingsha's favor, that adaptability really came in. Xunyao just taking control of the rally, slowing it.
It was actually, it's fun to throw out Table Tennis Daily with you sitting here as part of Table Tennis Daily, but build your perfect player. Xia, my personal choice for mentality. And that's man or woman. That's just, I think, gender blind. She has the best mental game I've seen in the game.
Yeah, she deals with a lot of pressure off the table and on the table and deals with it impeccably.
First game, Xunyao to serve, love all.
So here we go, a best of 5. It's a battle of generations despite only 1 year between them in terms of when they've come up. Xunyao with the serves.
1 love.
So it started in Yokohama with Xunyao being incredibly aggressive. She would move Xia one way or the other and then fire at the crossover. So I wonder if she'll try a similar thing here.
The deception on this, the fluidity and flexibility. She turns the corner, you think you might know where it's going, and then it's the other way.
And it's so powerful. So powerful.
Long serve right into control. Much like Ma Long, I feel like her backhand you don't think of as explosive, but there's still just so much pressure coming out of it. In some senses, it's very divisive, but feels maybe even more powerful than that of Ma Long's.
She does this incredibly well. Xunyao as well, brings people over the table and then hacks long at them. And that ball never lands mid-table. It always lands towards that back red line. It puts you under such pressure. You often find yourself leaning back.
Now slowing it down, spinning it. I think just thinking in combinations. You know, the 2-serve game, it's been that way since 2001 now, instead of every 5 points, since the game went to 11 points rather than 21. You have less time to build a pattern. So you really do have to be thinking cleverly about combinations.
And Xunyao, I mentioned it earlier, Xunyao a master at bringing people over the table, and she recovers quicker. She comes in here and she recovers so fast here. Weight forward, able to get good quality, and then steps back into the table. She does that better than anyone else on the women's scene.
Barely any bounce on that forehand. It is some hard sponge in there. It takes a lot of muscle and racket speed to generate the spin and strength she does. Oh, a little bit off the top of the net, but still, in terms of being two-winged, or two-winged, depending on how you want to say it, she's got so much power on the forehand, but her backhand, it's not much imbalance. She just doesn't leave much room for finding a weakness in her game.
Nope. Yeah, how are you trying to create a game plan to play against her is just anyone's guess. I guess what you're going to try and do is be brave, try and take your opportunities. There's no point being passive because you're just going to eat rockets all day long. So try and find the crossover when it's there. Try and force her into wide forehand exchanges. At least that way you might be able to move her back.
And then when you're done with that, please, somebody start a band called Eat Rockets. I love it. I'd see them live. The recovery that we talked about with Xia, even in the replays, she plays a shot, and it's like you never even noticed it happen because she's already ready so quickly. But Xunyao, the second point here.
2-7.
Yeah, Xia just never really overextends. You never find her kind of balance swaying left to right. It's always finishing in the right place.
Yeah, the efficiency. It takes a lot of strength to be able to hit a ball as hard as she does and then control your body to come right back to be ready again.
It's just a different aura about her when she goes down to serve, isn't it? It's like watching Tiger Woods tee off or Steph Curry go for a three-pointer or a Ronaldo free kick. It's so beautiful.
Timing everywhere she needs to be. If there were a cell phone service called Yingsha, I'd be on the plan right now. Look at this coverage. friends, family. What a network. And it's 8 game points for Xunyao to take the first in this best of 5. Long push, and the follow-up is it. It's the combination. Take my bait. You like candy? Here it is, right at the baseline. A little push for you. Come on over and see what's waiting on the backhand side of the table.
Yeah, such a vicious push. This one just fires it long. And you get caught, you lean back, you lift the ball, and then she's just there ready for the counter.
Tiptoes, getting high to come down on it. And man, oh man, that is a score line here. No coaches on benches as both players represent Team China, the strongest team in table tennis. Xunyao fans fill the stadium to the deep corners. Social media is going to be flooded with pictures of her drinking water, closing caps, swishing, and all sorts of stuff like that. And you can enjoy the table tennis. There'll be plenty of that on social media as well. If you're following WTT, they are everywhere social media is. And of course, Xunyao, a big part of that. Game 2 with Xunyao and Yingsha to follow.
Time.
Whoa, that's a ball kid, but don't you feel like that's a ball kid that you can imagine being 35 years old and a businesswoman in a movie with Denzel Washington? Pelican Brief, perhaps, too.
Got one of the best seats in the house.
Yeah, they've been excellent here. We've seen them. You barely even notice them. They work so hard. It's a selfless job, but a really cool opportunity.
Love all.
She just takes an extra second as well when they're all down here. There's no rush. It almost like it hypnotizes you as an opponent. You're playing to her rhythm always. Here, just an extra split second.
Little break there.
Yeah,
The edge of the racket.
Good shots of the crossover early in.
It's fun to pick different points of focus. Flash in the crowd, speaking of which, but
Please turn off the flash.
I think the way Xunyao moved in after her shot, she's always trying to accomplish one more thing to make sure she's in a better position to win the point. Very efficient in that way as well. Quality push here from Xunyao. And a good start from the world number 14 after having that score line. Hey, how many thumbs up? How many hearts? Exactly as many as Xunyao is leading by right now. Good to see the fans here. Quick correction, I know there was a third heart in the crowd, but with any one person, 2 is the most. So what do you think it's going to take for Xunyao?
Oh, a lot. She's going to have to ride her luck. There's going to have to be points where nets and edges go her way. She has to be aggressive. She has to try and make the table as wide as possible. She has to make sure that when she's over the table, like this, come out quick. She did there. She did another one as well. Found it wide.
Yeah, it seems like there are going to be very narrow margins, little openings, and limited time.
And it's not just one tactic that's going to work for the full, 33 points she needs. She's going to have to change game plan on the fly.
1-4.
I think that's true. That's what I love about table tennis. With any 2 people, it's sort of a game of catch me if you can. They're constantly changing tactics. As soon as someone's onto them, they change direction, they mix it up. Oh, parallel. Fanning forehand as she guides that one in terms of misdirection. Well, that's what you could call Yingsha. Misdirection. Excuse me, misdirection? Does this belong to you?
It's amazing how many people in the crowd just watching this game through a screen, through their camera, through their phone.
5-2.
Well, this is an interesting time to be alive, but it's understandable that a lot of them would want to show their friends that they were here live to see it. A little bit of a, what do they call that? Trying to make someone salty or something? Jelly? I don't know. Some food thing. inside the baseline. Xunyao fighting. These are the ones that I think she's going to have to be looking for. Any opportunity. This is something that the top players in the world do the best, is they sort of erase the baseline of the table. They manage to just tighten up their stance, take some chances. And so a brushback service. Xia says, get off my table. Why are you creeping in like that? And there's a little bit of fortune to go with Xunyao as well. Never before has she taken more than a game off of Xia in a match, across 4 matches.
Xia just so compact. Choosing to find the wide forehand, not overextending again. Just happy to play 5-6 shots to open up the space. Barely any backlift.
Tip of the racket down. She can generate a lot of power, if not a lot of notice.
Yeah, just super loose in the forearm and in the wrist.
That is what it feels like to have to play Xia for your job. Whoa, speaking of hypnosis. It was almost like the eyes rolled back into the head for a brief moment there. What if she was actually self-hypnotizing before every point? That's how far away the zone is from just natural daily life for human beings.
Xunyao choosing to go pace for pace there. Brave. But again, a good mix-up. Altering the tactics. Sometimes short, sometimes let's just go. Everything.
I like the fight here. Xunyao coming out of the towel break with a 4-point lead. Takes some good shots in this rally. Doesn't give up a lot of space. This is the type of risk I think she's got to take.
Look at the positioning on the table, though, from Xia. One into the crossover and then one outside the left leg of Xunyao.
A little fancy fanning there with the forehand as he tries to find the deep backhand corner. Xunyao adds another one.
It's also part of it as well for Xunyao to embrace being the bad guy a little bit.
Like anybody who's playing against Xia, you mean?
Yeah. You know the crowd's going to be against you. Don't let it overawe you. Chest out. Be confident, be brave.
Let 9-5.
I think the fans will respect her, depending on how she plays. And I understand, yeah, it is tough when you feel like you're an opening act for the headliner of the show.
Yeah. You're just a nameless, faceless body for Xia to go through. Oh, the sound of that.
9-6.
Just accelerating through the back of it.
Looks like a tidal wave. A wall of fans for the world number 1. Xunyao sets up 4 game points to level the playing field. Now this makes me want to look back in terms of their head-to-head. Yeah, never before. We've had 4-1 twice, 3-1 twice, but splitting the first 2 games would definitely help her cause the 14th seed. And we've talked a lot about Yingsha. It's easy. There's no limit to the praise we could throw her way. Xunyao is incredibly physically fit. The first time I saw her in the Infinity Arena, she was relentless. She was strong. There we go, the counter. Not an easy combination to deal with, coming in over the forehand side of the table and then right back to the backhand side. This is a combination that bothers almost everybody, but Xunyao, witness the fitness. She just took game number 2 and it's tied up at 1 apiece. No coaches on the benches, just hydration, meditation, and whatever preparation is needed, because one player is going to lead in game number 3 coming up right after this.
Time.
Oh yeah, in case you love table tennis, which you obviously do, and why wouldn't you? I mean, look at it. We've got WTT champions Chongqing 2026 coming up March 10th through the 15th. There's a chance for you to get more tickets coming soon. Keep your eyes open. Make sure you're on the email list. You're checking out WTT, worldtabletennis.com. Xia, Ugo, Wang Chuqin, Xin Yubin. Many, if not overwhelmingly, most of the biggest names in the game will be there.
Love all.
That said, top 32 on each side. So not everybody can, but your favorites.
One love.
Quality forehand to start off game 3. A bit of momentum here with Xunyao.
Yeah, crowd trying to get behind Xia. Xunyao did so well off that fast forehand that came in. Read where it was going perfectly, outside the left leg, shifted her weight, moved the feet, and then countered back.
Yeah, she's starting to find some rhythm here and get a few more balls into play with a different level of quality than before.
She's always got to anticipate the fast, long serve coming her way as well.
Something that I like, you see it on both sides when they're waiting. You know, muscles aren't always flexed, but the quads in the stance right before they start, they're ready to spring. You can see in the way they stand, while the upper body is nice and loose and adaptable, they're ready to push off. Look right now. But this one escapes in the push game. Variation from Xia to tie it up.
Yeah, that ball just lands so deep, and you'll see it. Xunyao will end up leaning backwards. Watch the hips. Hips come forward, shoulders go back. She's got to make sure she gets those feet out quick, and if it lands deep, shift them backwards so she can still lean forward. Incredibly difficult, though, because she's getting dragged short over this table by Xia.
No flash, please. 2-all.
Flash.
2-all.
It's a name you'll see on a lot of signs in the stadium. Xia, the nickname for Yingsha. Oh, what a rally. The footwork in this one. Now we're talking. Right after going parallel, the chase to the wide forehand from Xunyao. She gets there, keeps quality on. And how quickly she comes back down, but it wasn't panic. It almost looked like she froze when she landed on the wide forehand for the briefest of moments, and then still launched back to the backhand to counter. All that to level up. Tied now out of the first towel break, 3 points apiece. Back edge of the table, yep.
4-3.
What Xia seems to be doing is forcing Xunyao's shoulders to keep rotating. So she'll play one to the backhand, then one to the forehand, then back to the backhand, back to the forehand.
Basically try to get her to play inefficient strokes, get off balance a bit.
Yeah, and force her backwards.
With a slower, spinnier shot here, and Xia makes her campaign. They've gone back and forth a bit. The amount of racket speed as she brushes up that ball. It's a tough ball to control. To produce that backhand, and then Xunyao is right there and ready. Not easy to do.
Really impressive from Xunyao. I mean, really impressive from both, to be honest. Look at that backhand. And that response up the line. Xunyao starting to play with the parallels, so she's sending her backhand up the line into the Xia forehand. And the same for the forehand, she's sending that up the line as well.
Might have been in trouble in this point after she turned the corner the way Xunyao been playing.
Again, make those shoulders rotate.
Yeah, it completely changes the trajectory, the speed of that ball. Oh, blocked.
Mm-hmm.
For an opening backhand to have this confidence and speed, this reminds me of Lin Shidong when he was at his most confident. Chiquita and exploded on the other side.
I always love the ready positions as well. We saw the swaying of the Swede trolls, and Xunyao has both hands up, left and right. Normally what you tend to see is the left hand resting on the left quad, right? That's the kind of stereotypical ready position that we see from the majority of players. But it's just always nice to see the nuances of all the different styles, all the different silhouettes.
Yeah, there are a lot of interesting ones from Hina Hayata, who's waiting on the other side for the winner of this match after an epic battle earlier today, getting her first win ever against Kwai Man, leader of the next generation for Chinese women.
Let's 4-8.
Xia has that routine. Once the ball gets thrown up, she'll hop, 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 and she takes a slight step to her right. Look, anticipating short receive to forehand.
5-8.
It's a slower, spinnier ball from Xunyao, just taking the pace off. It's a good adjustment.
It's an interesting observation in terms of the preparation for Xia. Makes me wonder
5-8.
what happens again when the serve comes long to the backhand.
Exactly, or even short to the backhand off the side of the table. Oh, she almost found it with the second shot. And I wonder if that's where a few of these serves are going to go.
Serves back out of Yingsha. Please win this. Oh, she does it! 2 chops in a row. Xunyao with a lob and everything else. When you come that far and you play shots like this, I didn't know she had it in her. 22 shots. And that's the finisher?
She had a big smile on her face as well after the 2 chops.
How can you not? Oh, the spectators, man. Shushin on the Ouija board right back at the table. Xunyao just gained a whole lot of respect. Fan club tripled in size from that point. All that to come within 3.
7-9.
Now, in theory, a point like that could cause somebody to lose their focus, and you might see a quick loss of a few points or a timeout. Xia goes for a little walk.
Yeah, everyone reacts differently.
That's her mini timeout. That's what she's doing. If she gets warned to play, then she'll say, okay.
She's just taking control of the moment, right? You will wait for me.
Let's 7-9.
Xia finds it, and it sets up 3 game points. I love keeping track of some of the rallies, but that one we saw just a few points ago was really something special and out of sorts. Here we go, second serve. 3 game points for the world number 1, Yingsha. Oh, the angle on this to get there is one thing, but the behind untouched. That is cool. In what could have been a panic at the disco, she finds herself calmly leaning up against the bar saying, do you come here often? How about the other side of the table? Because I haven't seen you there in a little while. Why don't you step outside for a minute and let me know when the DJ plays your favorite song. I'll be taking a 2-1 lead right here from inside where the music's playing. 2-1, Yingsha leads.
Fourth game, soon to serve, love all.
Players back to the table for game number 4. It's a must-win for Xunyao to send this to the decider. I find head-to-heads very interesting. Hina Hayata's waiting. You know what her head-to-head is with Yingsha?
No, tell me.
I'll give you a hint. One of the players has 17 wins and the other one has 0. That's it.
Hey, listen, we would have said the same thing, and I did say the same thing earlier about Kwai Man being 3-0 up on Hayata at the time. Records are made to be broken.
They are. 3 does not equal 17, but I agree. For anything that will happen, there is a first time. Definitely improved. Cool camera angle to appreciate the arc and the speed in some of these rallies.
It's insane. Xunyao is playing well, but it's just Xiaosha's quality.
I thought you were going to say quads.
And the quads, yeah. She's got thighs for days. A lot of that built in the gym.
3-1.
She just ups the ante, just 5%, and people can't live with it. It's also the danger as well that you feel like you have to do something big on the ball.
She's always recovered and ready to do it again. It's just so tough to get her off track.
And there's always so much spin on the ball as well that it's then difficult for you to relocate it.
Now a timeout on Xunyao's side. No coaches on the bench as both players represent the same association, so she's going to have to think. They both had a fair amount of time, but in terms of experience, even in WTT, they've had a similar amount of experience. We saw them both in the medium 100 to low 100. You remember that incredible point that we all freaked out about? Here it is one more time. 3 chops in this rally. Net recovery, defense, more defense. Chop, which is what? Second chop. Crushing shot, dropped. She's there for a chop under the table. Xunyao Shimoto. Man, that is just some fancy footwork, a lot of shogun, feeling in the hand. And the type of point that makes you go, okay, I didn't realize. The truth is, at this level of play, most pros can chop.
Time.
If you think you're good at table tennis, and you probably are, you could tell any of these pros the only rule is you have to chop every shot, and there'd be no chance to beat them, even for a full-on attacker. But under pressure against the world #1 to do that and win it, well, it's a nice thing for us to enjoy during her timeout, but she's got something else to figure out, down by 3 in what could be her last game. Xunyao on receive. Just wonderful.
She set the bait. She was looking to hook a fish, and she got a big one on the line and just caned the forehand into the wide open space. And that's the difficulty of facing the Xia serve, is you want to attack it, but you're also so scared about what's going to come back your way on the next ball.
Some decent quality on that.
That was the wide backhand serve that we mentioned. Forced Xia to step to her left. But that counter wasn't far away, was it?
It's funny, it all happened so quickly. It was like that shot missed, right?
Yeah.
And then the return missed, but it didn't matter because it was already out. Point was already over.
5-3.
Xia just hunching after that. It told me that she felt like she was a little bit tucked up. Needs to relax. Keep the arms loose. There you go.
Yeah, it has been a few points in a row now that there's been some tension, there's been some change of pace from Xunyao. Back edge. Wow.
Did it? Wow, I didn't see
She
that
said, yeah, neither did I. Heard the sorry, and the score announced quickly. Yep, fair play, Xunyao. Quick to call it out. Smart placement into the middle. You could feel that there was this panic to cover the corners, so right back into the elbows where Xia goes.
Just so good. Recovers so quickly and then puts it back into the worst possible place for you to deal with as an opponent.
Oh, that's tough. Good hands from Xia. Xunyao did an excellent job to put her in an uncomfortable position. That ball was shallow and spinny. And all Xia could do was float it up, fish it up. Eh? Keeping that hand cool, baby Buddha.
Just everything is precision. The placement is so carefully done in the middle of an absolute hurricane flurry of shots. But look at this one. Outside the left leg. And then where she'd recovered, she was waiting to whip the forehand the other way. It's not just hit and hope, it's aim and fire every single rally from the world number one.
Short to the forehand side and then cross court deep, and it sets up 7 match points for Yingsha. Whoop, ball kid crossing. Quality on the push, heavy spin, Xunyao. Still scoreline heavily Xia. That said, I think Xunyao's been clever and intentional with her play. The 4 points she's won, for the most part, have been well deserved and, yeah, thoughtful, intentional. Long serve and right back down the line, as smooth and fast as can be. It looked effortless.
Yeah, really nice chaining of serve and third ball combo. Gonna need to be perfect for the next 5. It's Xunyao.
Man, the coverage. I thought the one deep to the backhand side was it. I thought that was matched, but Xunyao was there and brought it back well. The second time we've had a little mini walk, a little mini timeout here. Costs are nothing so far. Not even a yellow card.
That's a good point.
The net recovery, but in the end, it's Xia who takes care of business. 3-1. Whatever those words are, you have to imagine they're somewhat charming and encouraging at the same time. I love it. This is what happens when you're that much ahead of everybody else on the squad. You know everybody looks up to you. She's not in a position where she needs to remind anyone. Her playing does the speaking. Her speaking does the comforting and the motivating. And that's a team leader. Yingsha through a very strong Xunyao, who got better as she went throughout this match, despite the scoreline becoming heavily SHI in the end. There you have it, 35 minutes of play, 4 games played, 40-26. Shasha 11-2, beaten 7-11, 11-7, 11-6, but still smiles on both sides. When you can beat someone and leave them smiling,